We all remember this woman in the video, in the picture. That is Melissa Meyer, the feminist that Yahoo picked up to get some sales. But it's an interesting article right here. Basically, she pissed off a lot of her feminist friends with her new policy. Starts off with the article. Yahoo last year tapped Melissa Meyer as the new executive. Many thought she, the 37-year-old who was a mom to be at the time, would prove a champion of working parents. But with Meyer's recent ultimatum, the telecommuters need to either come into the office or quit. Oh, some of her one-time fans are turning on her. What she means is the feminist. Many comments on Twitter reflect disappointment with her stance. Her policy is awful for all workers, and this woman is ridiculous, are among the tweets sent by irate consumers, some of which whom expressed previous support for her. Yep. Meyer's new policy was leaked on Friday when the Wall Street Journal published a memo that said it was disclosed that a plethora of very irked Yahoo employees sent by company human resource chief. The memo said, "We need to be one, Yahoo, and it starts with physically being here." It added, speed and quality are often sacrificed when we work from home." Now, just an insertion here. The whole work balance situation that's going on, for you hear from people like Anne-Marie Slaughter. She wants more women to have the ability to work from home, work on the go. And Melissa, the feminist, as a CEO, understands that giving people the ability to do that makes them less productive. So that's just a quick observation of common sense, the ability to work out of the home, which this will more affect the female employment or female positions who have the luxury of working from the home and not coming into the office, and they get to do it all as they believe they can. But back to the article. The reason for this policy change was that Yahoo's found that many of its telecommuters weren't productive. According to Business Insider, many of them were depicted as hiding out, with Yahoo apparently unaware that some still worked for the company. The story adds, these hidden telecommunicators reportedly worked in divisions ranging from marketing to engineering. How do you work as an engineer from home? Oh, okay, never mind. Regardless of Yahoo's situation with its telecommuters, Meyer's new policy is striking many of the one-time fans, aka feminists, as well backwards. More Americans are working from home than ever before, with the Census Bureau reported last year finding that 13.4 million work from home. This represented a jump from 41% in a decade. And of course, most of those are women who are working from home, obviously. Many technology companies are supportive of the telecommunicating, according to the Fortune. Among those are Cisco, with 90% of its workforce counted as regular telecommuters, and Intel, with 81% of its employees counted as often working from home. It's no coincidence that many of the tech companies support telecommuting. San Francisco, home of the tech industry, is one of the U.S. largest cities for traffic. At least one rival is taking advantage of Meyer's gaffe, reported the journal. It says WordPress founder Matt McGoldway, can't say the dude's name, wrote a pitch for working for his telecommuting friendly company in the comments section of the article. He wrote, "For anyone who enjoys working from wherever they like in the world and is interested in WordPress, automatically is 100% committed to being distributed. 130 of our 150 people are outside of San Francisco." So basically, this female CEO wants everybody to come into the office and work from the job. It is true people who work from home in most cases tend to be less productive because they're not having someone watching over them every 24 hours, 24/7, and watching what they do on company time with their cell phones and their computers, whatever. Now, in reality, if you're a CEO, you own a company, you want to make, your bottom line is to make profits. That's the whole point of having someone to like, it's not her company, but she's hired to run the company. So her job is to get the best out of it as she possibly can. And if having a bunch of people who are not in the office slacking off is hurting your bottom line, obviously you got to do that. But the bigger issue here is that she's a feminist who a lot of women were on her hard body when she got the job and thinking she's going to, be for one of us. But she's in the real world now, and she understands there are trade-offs and there are sacrifices that have to be made. And now she's getting the backlash from, as the article says, those one-time fans. I mean, I don't think they're one-time fans. I think they're just feminists who mad that they thought they had one in there, and she did what she was supposed to do to keep her company going. All right, let's read some of the comments from this particular blog post. It's gonna be a different set of comments coming from this point of view, but let's just read some of them. One question, and these people don't have their real names because they're in their faces, but one commenter said a logical situation would be to identify those who are not productive, gaming the system, and to fire them. Another comment says the new CEO was brought in to fix the company. The complainants are probably the ones who are abusing the system. I applaud her actions. Reading this story is clear that there is an institutional problem. Employees hiding out, not productive, even in some cases they are being paid while nobody even realizes they were still employed. But to blame the telecommuting is incorrect. Alright. You got mad replies. Let's see some of the replies from that comment. Not true. Assigning them tasks and deadlines if they repeatedly don't complete their work on time. There's your proof. There's an institution problem here. It's located at Yahoo management. All of these employees are supposed to be supervised, to have a regular substantive contact with the HQ, to be assigned to certain tasks and to be completed, to be subject to the deadlines or quotas or other performance requirements that middle management over there thinks. Another response to this comment is, not sure what the employment laws are like in CA, but where I live, unless you are under a contract, employers is considered at will. Basically, you could be told you have done your superb job for us, pack your desk, and you're gone. Telecommunicating should be expressed as not. Telecommunicating should be the exception, not the rule. I work for a telecommunicating business, and the option gets abused. I get it. If a kid is at home sick and there's an emergency, but working home 4 out of 5 days is abuse of the system. Let's see what some comments he got in replies to that. Oh, somebody's a little bitter. What? Grateful. There's nothing wrong with changing a system that is wasteful. What is so great about spending hours in a car commuting to work? Why is that a good thing? Expecting people to do stupid, inefficient things just to get proven their worthiness is bad business sense. If someone is reliable, talented, and gets the job done, who cares where they do it from? Maybe if we spent a little more time at home. There's more to it. More time at home with our families, it would start causing some of us social ills too, not to mention helping the environment, reducing stress, etc., etc. I can tell you, the people of the new generation are going to expect to be able to telecommute. They're going to expect flexibility. That's that word the feminists keep using, that because they want that level of they want that level of equality, meaning they want to be able to work when they want to work, so that they can compete with men who don't have those same options. Flexibility, and if employees want the best talent, there goes that other word that I said in another video. The ultimatum that females are giving men, telling them that if they don't change the way they do their business, we're going to walk away. And they say they're going to lose out on this talent. But keep moving on. They're going to have to adjust. No, they don't have to adjust. Melissa Meyer straight up said, "Come to work or you go home." It is what it is. Yahoo better check yourself. It got 9 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down for that comment. I work as a medical transcriptionist who now works from home. It was the last resort for the small hospital for where I work. The physicians needed the space. Personally, I'd rather go in to work, even though I have a dedicated room in my house, my workstation. I worked from home for a while. Working in an organization that was about 150 miles from my home. The ability to just head into the office from down the hall was nice, but immediately I didn't enjoy the experience. It was too hard to shut down from work mode at the end of the day. Okay, change the new Yahoo page or quit. Sometimes a mean person is needed to shake up things and turn out the company around, and it's no difference treating your teenage son with tough love. It's a free marketplace. If you don't like it working there, you can quit and work somewhere else. I agree with that absolutely. Men have done these same type of things, but of course they'll be hit with the accusation of being sexist or biased or lack diversity, because of course women are going to be the ones largely affected by this new policy. But this is a woman saying that, yo, you need to come to work and you need to be productive while you're here, and we can watch you from here. We can't watch you when you're on the road or at home. And it's just, I guess, is eggs coming home to roost. How she wants to run management part of the company is her choice, but you have something that sells. Yahoo page does not. Everybody's not getting Yahoo's homepage. I guess I use Bing. I don't know. Give people the option to keep the original homepage. The majority of people don't want to spend 15 minutes sliding down on the site to pick up what they want to read. Get a clue from MSN homepage that resembles the original Yahoo. So now they're attacking the Yahoo's page and not dealing with the situation in the article. I'm certain that the satisfactions don't lie. I'm certain that the statistics don't lie. I know more than a few who reported working from at home offices and are often doing anything but work. I agree with that. If given jobs and tasks were productive, can be measured, I'm all for it. But outside of what is a waste of resources, I can agree with that. I work for a smaller company with orgs and a bully of a CEO, not just employees but his colleagues and peers, and an industry viewed him this way, and he was a joke, honestly, because he allowed his personal mood to determine how he treated people at work. He was completely and unequivocally against telecommuting. Many strong, hardworking, knowledgeable employees were driven away by this policy. If you worked from home just to attend a doctor's appointment or something, the company wasted so much time and resources checking up on you, ensuring that you were working in a laughable. It was laughable. Meanwhile, in this office, everyone did all they could to get out of the door by 8 hours because it was such an unbearable workplace. Whereas when at home, many people worked much more hours than 8, and it was a contradictory policy. And again, no one was happy or felt secure. Is that what the employer's job is to do, is make you feel happy and secure? It was also funny to find out companies would accuse these employees of hiding or being unproductive. Wouldn't it be on those employees, managers, or direct reports to be following up with them? Why should I have to consistently check in with my boss if I'm working from home? If you're worried, giving me a call or shoot me an email. While I'm not gullible, even though there are those who are taking advantage of the legit telecommuting will respond immediately, and again, you're probably going to get more productivity out of them. They'll be happier. If you don't consistently be working on just getting out of the door and getting home, they're already home, and so you will likely get a few more hours of effort out of them. That could be arguably true, but I don't know. If the company's doing their stats and research and they're looking at their numbers and they see a level of people not being productive, is their duty to do something about that. I work in a much larger company. Same comment. I work in a much larger company that has a zero issue with telecommuting. And while I do feel that there are again some who take advantage of it, I also don't know everyone's situation. And I try not to judge what the freak youth, silly liberal. But what can I tell you? Is everyone here is way happier than my previous employer and seemingly more productive as well. Different folks are different folks. I would love to I would love to work from home, but if employees are not productive, as you have to make them come to work, this is a business that employs people to work. Absolutely. Yahoo posts articles about how working from home can be beneficial. Is this one of those do as we say, not as we do kind of things? Got a point there. Let's see the reply to that. Citations, please. Oh, I don't know if I call her bad or good. I don't work there, but I can tell you that I have heard and read about this woman. I wouldn't work for her. She seems to be one of the mean-spirited persons with no personality and disregard for everyone else. So maybe everyone should let her fall on her face. I don't use Yahoo since she took over. The problem with that is if she does fail, feminists will all argue that it was the whole glass. What is it now? First it was the pay gap, then it was the glass ceiling, then it's the glass cliff, which means that CEOs only give females jobs when the companies are failing. Yahoo isn't actually failing right now, but is on the brink of a make or break situation. People are complaining about their website and how it looks, not only how it looks, but the way it's structured. So it is what it is, but her falling on her face will be just an excuse she'll have that the company was already failing and she couldn't fix it. Kind of what happened with HP when they hired the female. Let's see the replies to that particular comment. She has a personality, it just may be negative. You're right. I just bet it wouldn't work for her or have no job at all. Let's see if unemployment or 200K a year. I bet you learn to like her for that kind of dough. Yeah, if I'm making 200-300 grand a year and you want me to come in, I have no problem. Trying to get everybody close together to keep up under your thumb is the biggest red flag of a micromanager, one that is likely incompetent. I've seen this pattern before, and it all will dissolve into a peck of cronies circling the wagon while trying to keep up as much info about Yahoo's accelerating demise from leaking out. And when bad news does leak out, it will never be her fault. Exactly what I just said before. It won't be her fault if the company fails. It'll be because, they just gave the job to her when it was already failing. The whole glass cliff nonsense. Thinking about this way, all the time, week to commute and plus gas and vehicle maintenance, that is a pay cut. She just handed her employees. I would expect Yahoo's trade secrets to be for sale very cheap soon. That got a reply. Let's see what it says. Yahoo has trade secrets. In my experience, the issue with telecommuting are more about management than those individuals. If employees are meeting goals and sales and targeted, there should be no reason why they choose a location in which fulfill their job duties. It's strange to see Yahoo moving backwards in the evolution of productivity. I guess I happen to be more productive working from home. Don't punish the masses because of the sins of a few. That has a couple replies. It says, you just want it because you're watching kitty porn at home while no one's watching you. Another comment is useless. You are talking about guns. Unless you are talking about guns. I don't know what that has to do with this. Can't stress enough about how she ruined the Yahoo's homepage because people spend so little time on it. Now less people are spending even less time on it because it's so junked up and can't be set up all the way users want. Go figure. Do as I say, not as I do. It appears that Melissa Meyer, who herself benefited from commuting while pregnant, Oh, damn. Yeah, that's true. But she did go back to work right after. She didn't take off her time that most of these so-called these feminists want the ability to get that 12-week mandatory pay that a lot of other countries are getting, even though American women make uh, astronomically more than these women in these other countries. But these women do have that guaranteed mandatory 12 weeks of maternity leave. Now, Melissa Meyer did not take that situation at all. She had the baby and was in the work within a couple weeks. But so her using the telecommuting situation was very short-lived. And being a CEO, you can't really be a CEO from the computer. You got to be in the office. People need to see you and have faith in you to know that the company's not failing and they're going to still have a job at the end of the day. But let's read what this comment says. I'll restart from the beginning, do as I say, not as I do. It appears to me that Mr. Meyer, who herself benefited from the telecommuting while pregnant, is out of touch. Oh, with the realities of many home workers and the parallel responsibilities as parents of young children. As a very highly paid CEO, Ms. Myers can well afford to be in the high-rise corner office and pay for full-time assistance of childcare and duties at her home in the suburbs due to cost and commuting issues. This is certainly not a luxury for the majority of the workers can take advantage of. Her short-sightedness on this issue is glaring, and inconsistencies with the technology and connectiveness at Yahoo's that Yahoo supportedly brings to the internet table. Peace to all. And why would you require people to come in the office when it isn't necessary? It's cheaper to not have to carry the costs associated with building and land. If the employees compete at the same amount of work at home, complete the same amount of work at home in the office, why in the world would you need to have an office? You could pay the employees more this way to keep them happier. Man, I just don't. I've worked a while since I was 17, 18, and I never had this ability to be happy other than starting your own business or doing your own thing or doing something you like. But just people with this happy nonsense is getting out of control. Work isn't to make you happy. It would be beautiful to have a career in something you love to do, and normally that would take you either owning your own business, or sometimes you do a job that you might be happy with doing, but it might not reward you financially for doing it. So I'm just not getting that. It's a win-win for people who can work from home. And this is the last comment I'm gonna read. It's pages and pages and pages, but I'm pretty much done. I'm on 16 minutes just from the comments. Good for her. She couldn't agree more. Telecommuting is wonderful, time saving and advancements in the world business, but also it takes away from the personal aspect of doing good business and getting to know your employees and business partners is crucial. Cutting concerns a few bucks can hurt your business. Telecommuting when you are only a few miles away from a few miles from the office shows laziness and unwilling to present yourself unless the deal is being put together halfway around the world. Get your butt into the office and act like you care about your job. That's actually a logical, rational argument right there. But the moral of the story is you got a feminist who is doing her job and she's trying to get the most productivity out of her people, and this offends the modern American female who struggles with that work-life balance, and she wants to be at home with the kids when she's at home with the kids, but when she's there with the kids she wants to be at work, but when she's at work she wants to be with the kids, and blah blah blah. Alright, I'm done.